We'll discuss more of it coming up with our predictions and our Friday fan feels coming up next year on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Reminder, we will be here after the show or after the game to break down what happens in Oklahoma versus Ole Miss. We'll do it live on the YouTube channel, so make sure you're available for that, around for that. Even if there's good college football action going on, leave that on your TV, put us on your phone. That way you can break down the game with us. Be in the chat so you can tell us your thoughts. We want to hear it. Final predictions, Friday fan feels. Which one do you want to do first, Jay?
Let's do final predictions first. Let's wrap up with the fan feels, because I know the fans got a lot of stuff to tell us. Yeah. So, final prediction on this game, I think Oklahoma does what they need to do. They hold them under 300 yards of total offense, and they put a stamp on the toughness of this defense, win the game in a very low-scoring fashion, 24-7.
Ooh.
A complete repeat of last week.
Okay.
Especially because of the weather. I want to go more, but I think that the weather, they're not gonna go out there and really accelerate on this team.
Okay.
They take their time, and they're just going to be meticulous. They're going to run the ball down their throat because Ole Miss is not a good running defense. They're like 88th in the country. They're not very good at all. Grades are very low. They're not total yards are not very good.
Yeah.
I think we take advantage of that.
I love that. I'm saying 23-20. I'm giving Ole Miss a little bit more respect than Jay is. But I just think that Trinidad's playing good ball. He protects the ball really well. He's not putting it in harm's way. He's going to have to in this one, though. So I think Oklahoma does get a turnover or two. But I think that Oklahoma's defense does enough. My bold prediction earlier in the week was they hold Trinidad under 200 total yards. And I could see it. I think that they get to him and they bring him down. They get four sacks again in this one or more. So I think it's just another really strong day for the Oklahoma defense. And I think John Mateer, again, does just enough to keep the ball moving forward as they find their identity as a defensive football team. This is what defensive teams do. You run the ball, you control time of possession, you played field position, and you put all of the pressure on the other team to try to drive the field. You don't give up big plays, you win this game going away. All right, let's get into Friday fan feels, Jay. We're going to start with this one from Patty from X, formerly known as Twitter. She says, I'm totally in on the OU defense.
Good. I'm glad that you all are jumping on board. Welcome to the wagon. The covered wagon has been waiting for you. No, Patty, you're 100% correct. I'm also so in on this defense. It's just week after week they've shown the consistency. Heck, even in the abysmal Texas game, they looked fantastic the entire first half. Our offense just didn't capitalize on it, because if the offense capitalized on that when you're up 17-3, and it makes things very difficult from there. Yeah. You just didn't, and so everything falls apart after a certain amount of time. Like I can never expect a team to hold it down for 4 quarters when they're the only ones doing it on that side of the ball. Mm-hmm. Can't. So I'm not. I like I said, I flushed that game. We've moved forward. Patty, you're spot on. This defense is real.
Oklahoma gets a lead, and that's pretty much all she wrote. You know, if you get a touchdown lead, this team, this defense really takes it personally, and they go and take the game. They take the game over. So if Oklahoma is able to get off to a great start, get an early lead against Ole Miss, love where they're headed. Again, really just 1 quarter that they were bad, and not even really bad, just not as good as they've been against Texas. Just 1 quarter. That's it. Otherwise, they've been, for the most part, pretty dominant. This one comes from Bear from X. He says, put the whole country on notice. If we can finally click in all 3 phases and on offense, have both ground game and passing game. He's crown emoji, fireworks emoji.
We're there.
We're there.
Boom, explosion. All we need is for this defense, like I said, to quiet the naysayers. And this is the game to do it. Just go out there and continue to ball out. because it ain't good enough. It ain't ever good enough. Better, never best. Keep getting better. Keep getting 1% better each week. And here you go.
Because what does Brent Venables say?
Welcome to Oklahoma.
Every single time.
Every single time. The bet your good is not good enough. So this one comes from Anthony from YouTube. He says, defense is going to shine once again. Still standing by my prediction for the week, 27-13.
Ooh. I'm a little disappointed you said 13
feeling.
points, though. But okay. I mean, I guess I can go with that. I want us to shut out one of these SEC teams. I want us to shut out one of these high octane, high powerful offenses. That's what I'm curious to see, if Brent Venables can make that happen. If there's a chance, this is probably the closest one. I'm going to be honest. This is probably the one game that I think that we have the best chance of doing it. This is no shade to Ole Miss whatsoever. I think this is, but I do think that this is the one that we have the best chance. And I'm saying it's the best chance because of the weather. The weather is very optimal for us, the opportunity to be able to shut out a squad. It's going to be hard. Like I'm not going to pretend and say, "Oh, we're going to easily walk out there." No, that's preposterous. There's zero realisticness of us being able to just go out there and just walk out there. No, but I do think that we have the opportunity of all weeks this week with the weather potentially to be able to shoot a shutout. I don't think we do, but I think we can. We have the chance.
Georgia Sooner from X says, we play OU football and we walk out with a 10-point win.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. If they play a really good game, they can win this one by 10.
Yep. I expect a double-digit one in this one.
You expect
Mateer's been looking
digits. Yeah.
Right. I expect, Mateer's been playing better week over week. I think that injury, of course, slowed down the progress of the way the offense was going. It was looking better. Like you were starting to see them break out, and do some, fun stuff and be consistent. I mean, Satania is not getting plays reviewed anymore. So that's always a plus that helps you in your progress and playing. And now you got Giovanni Gibson back. And you can tell that Mateer wants to get him going because he's been force feeding him a lot of the short plays. I expect a big play to come from there. You may get Giovanni Gibson catch it and be gone at some point. But I know that Satania and Burks is going to break one eventually too. So let's get it.
Drunk Saying on YouTube says, I think this is the best offense we've played yet for sure. They hung 35 on Georgia. I think our defense will hold them to 20 or less.
If we can hold them less than 20, we win this game.
Yeah.
Because I think we score more than 20. We hold them less. I think we can.
Yeah.
It's going to be a challenge again, but I think the weather is going to be what gives us the opportunity to cause problems.
And so Stephen Willis, Locked on Ole Miss, said earlier in the week, like if it's a weather game that he feels like that's a detriment to John Mateer because of the hand and the grip and all that. Let's remember where John Mateer came from, Washington State. There's quite a bit of weather up there. I'm sure my guys experienced playing in the rain a little bit. So I'm not too concerned about that.
He's there for 3 years.
Yeah. This one comes from Brandon on YouTube. He says, I feel like this is the game that the OU defense has the opportunity to go out and show the nation that they are for sure the best in the land. With that and a run game, we should get the dub.
I agree 100%. This is the money game.
This is it. I mean, to me, this one, Tennessee, Alabama, those are the three best offenses you have left to play on your schedule. If you go and you show out in this one, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Josh Heupel in Tennessee and Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb in Alabama here in a few weeks, because they're sitting there probably looking at this Oklahoma defense like, yeah, they're really good, but have they played an offense like ours yet? Well, Ole Miss is an offense that ranks higher in several statistical categories than Alabama and Tennessee. If they can hold it down and they can slow down that Ole Miss offense, again, that's going to make Tennessee and Alabama ask some questions about their offense ahead of those big time matchups. But it's a big time game with college football playoff implications. It's one that I think Oklahoma has to have if they want to be in the playoff discussion, because you get 3 road games. You got to go to Tuscaloosa, got to go to Knoxville, 2 difficult places to play, got to win your home games, got to steal one on the road to really solidify a spot in the playoff here in December. I know there's a
Agreed.
lot of discussion about 9-3. We haven't really had a chance to talk about, does 9-3 get Oklahoma into the playoff? Maybe that's a discussion for down the road. But there are a lot of people that are optimistic about that. I'm not so sure. So you got to go win this one. Every game is a must win. Every game is going to be a playoff game because every team on your schedule has playoff aspirations. Go win it.
True. I guess the bigger question's going to be, does Oklahoma want it?
How much you want it, guys?
How much you want it? Like you said, I think 9-3 gets Oklahoma in, especially if the losses are to top teams that's left. But, I mean, you should be able to win in Knoxville. It's going to be hard, but you've done it before. So it's not like it's impossible. You've seen them kind of struggle a little bit. Tuscaloosa is going to be tough, but you've done it before. So that's going to be a challenge that you should be able to meet. Missouri is going to be interesting because their run game is what they focus on, and LSU has been falling. I mean, heck, we'll see if Brian Kelly is still the coach at the time.
Yeah, who knows what quarterback will play by that time?
Yeah, if Nuss is even healthy.
Right. So it's just one of those games that, hey, you're at home. This is a game you've got to go win. Just go win it. Go play your best football. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take anything lightly. Go play ball. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Locked On Sooners. Thanks so much for tuning in, being a part of the show. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. We're free and available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to let you know when new episodes drop and when we go live after the game on Saturday. Again, subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Follow Jay at Unfair Sports. Go check him out on Unfair Sports for more Oklahoma football and college football coverage. You can follow me at John 9 Williams and read my work covering the Sooners over at SoonersWire.com. The show is at Locked On Sooners on all of your favorite social media platforms. But until next time, he's Jay Smith. I'm John Williams. Boomer
Sooner.